Breaking $1 million lawsuit has just shaken the WNBA, and at the center of it all is superstar Caitlin Clark. Following an incredible 11 drug tests in one season, Caitlin's legal team has directly attacked WNBA Commissioner Kathy Angelberg, accusing her of targeted harassment, power abuse, and career sabotage. Was the NBA attempting to stifle its most gifted players? Or is there something more going on here than just basketball? This scandal has the potential to upend women's professional sports from the ground up. Join us as we disclose the hypocrisy, break down the paper trail, and uncover what WNBA players and fans alike are referring to as the largest PR disaster in the league's history.
What we seen today was greatness. This was similar to the Michael Jordan flu game. I mean, it's up there type deal, bro. Caitlin Clark just handed the New York Liberty the ass whooping of a lifetime. And what's crazy about all of this is that the referees couldn't even save them. See, last time the referees was able to save New York, and they walked away with the
32 points shortly after one of the best individual performances of the season. Logo range threes with 12 assists. Caitlin Clark received her 11th drug test of the season. Approximately 3 times a year, the typical WNBA player is tested. More often than not, Caitlin emphasizes the notion that if she dominates, she must be cheating after every victory. And it's gone too far now. In a multi-million-dollar complaint, Clark's legal team has accused Commissioner Kathy Angelberg of repeatedly harassing the WNBA under the pretext of due process.
What a game. The Indiana Fever snapped the New York Liberties.
The word undeniable exists for a reason, and it applies to Caitlin Clark. She is just absolutely undeniable, and her return to the Indiana Fever showed it once again. It felt like a jolt of energy to the WNBA, obviously to the Indiana.
Fans are truly astounded by the pattern. Caitlin Clark is tested each and every time she puts on a standout performance. Sources of coincidence within the Indiana Fever state categorically that these assessments are not arbitrary. Rather, they are meant to timed deliberate. Liberty's undefeated streak was tested after defeating it. Following an injury recovery, a 32-point clinic test. In the meantime, other celebrities who have had difficult seasons or made contentious remarks silence on the Radio Zero accountability. Zero test fans are furious on Twitter. TikTok, YouTube was ablaze with hilarity and fury. A single post stated, Caitlin Clark gets drug tested for breathing too confidently. A different, better drug tests the scoreboard. Next, social media was inundated with memes more quickly than a Clark crossover. However, there is a serious problem underneath the fun. Why is the WNBA focusing on the player who is keeping the league's ratings high? Rather than praising her, the league is casting doubt on her. The hypocrisy is when it really becomes ugly. Recall that the league was silent when Brittany Gurrier insulted Caitlin with a racist slur. What about elbows thrown during games that the referees ignored? However, Caitlin hits the logo. The WNBA says it supports all of its players, yet Clark consistently receives the microscope while others get away with it at the 3 required lab visits. One tweet went viral and expressed it best. THRE is hit by Clark's drug tests. Slurs press quiet is attacked by Gurrier. Not only is it unjust, but it's systemic and sending a terrible message to generations to come. The legal gloves are now off. Caitlin's legal team has formally sued the WNBA, alleging that it violated collective bargaining procedures by fostering a hostile work environment and engaging in targeted harassment. Should this lawsuit be successful, Commissioner Angelberg would be thrust into the public eye with nowhere to hide, and the league might lose millions of dollars. The legal team of Caitlin Clark reacts. According to people familiar with the case, Clark's legal team will insist on openness regarding all drug test records, internal correspondence, and test selection standards. In summary, the league might not be prepared once the truth becomes clear. The harm is already becoming worse. Sponsors are observing, and fans are voicing their opinions. The league's reputation is in jeopardy. According to reports, several brands are halting talks because they are worried about internal prejudice. Hashtags like Stand with Clark and Stop the Targeting are all over social media. It is already anticipated that the Fever's upcoming game would sell out, but not only for the team's benefit. This controversy is still ongoing in protest of the league. It's only the beginning. The true question at hand is whether the WNBA can continue to exist if it treats its top player like a criminal despite 11 drug tests, one lawsuit, and a firestorm that the league never anticipated. We'll be watching this tale unfold to see if Caitlin Clark is the victim of systemic league bias, or if she is just too amazing to overlook without repercussions. Sign up, press the notify button, and leave a comment below. Do you think Caitlin Clark is being targeted by the WNBA? This is far from over, and the headlines may be much more dramatic the next time. Caitlin Clark's legal team has formally filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the WNBA and Commissioner Kathy Angelbert in a move that is shocking the sports world. Clark was forced to submit to 11 drug tests during her rookie season. Was this league's brightest star singled out for personal attack? Or worse, was this a planned effort to destroy a once-in-a-generation talent? Tonight, we unearth exclusive information the league doesn't want you to know. And believe me, after watching this film, your perspective on the WNBA may completely shift. Let's directly address the facts. According to reports, Caitlin Clark has had 11 tests since joining the WNBA a few months ago. More than any other player in the league, that is. Since most players are only tested once or twice a season, why is Clark's number so high? Although the league claims it's random, fans and data experts are calling that bluff. According to statistics, there is less than 0.00001% chance that WNBA commissioner under fire will be tried this frequently at random. Not only is that unlikely, it's intentional. This isn't a player that appeared out of nowhere. For many years, Caitlin Clark was a basketball prodigy. Since college, she has been consuming those branded threes. Nothing about her achievement is new, not even her court vision, IQ, or influence. So why, according to people close to the subject, mistrust rather than jubilation follows when a woman achieves this degree of domination, particularly in this league? While the league maintains that it's all protocol, Commissioner Kathy Angelbert was directly engaged in clearing or elevating several of Clark's tests. Internal muttering indicates external pressure. Although there has been criticism of Angelbert's time as commissioner, this may be her most significant scandal to date. The league might not recover from resignations and a PR problem if this complaint uncovers deliberate targeting. The public opinion court has already made a statement. Social networking is booming. It was best put by one fan. The WNBA is incapable of managing a true superstar. It's hilarious until it's not, because this isn't just about optics. It's also about the message being delivered to every girl watching. Someone else remarked that Caitlin's drug test count is more than most players' scores per game. We'll try to break you down if you're too good, and it's official now. Kathy Angelbert and the WNBA are the targets of a multi-million-dollar lawsuit brought by Caitlin Clark's legal team for targeted discrimination and workplace harassment. According to the filing, Clark's repeated testing amounted to psychological intimidation and defamation, and the league is accused of breaking its own collective bargaining agreement. According to insiders, the complaint might lead to an internal investigation into Angelbert's actions and reveal the correspondence that underlies the testing orders. Co-workers and coaches have started to voice their opinions. According to Fever insiders, Clark is physically and mentally exhausted from the attention. "We prepare for every game not knowing if she'll be dragged off for another test," one assistant coach stated. Even rival athletes are beginning to publicly support her, acknowledging that this is no longer the case. Responses from the media and fans regarding safety or justice, it's political. Caitlin Clark is more than a mere athlete. Millions of people are watching the WNBA for the first time because of her. She has increased ticket sales, ratings, and international attention, but if this case is successful, the message to sponsors and fans will be very apparent. The WNBA had a fantastic chance to lead with integrity and vision, but instead they chose suspicion. If young college athletes witness this happening to Clark, why would they risk their careers here next? Women's sports are finally receiving the recognition they deserve. One question still stands as Caitlin Clark enters the national spotlight once more, this time as the subject of a legal dispute. Will the league change and defend its stars, or will it collapse from within? Was this about safety or sabotage? Should Kathy Angelbert resign? How should the WNBA react now that the lawsuit is public? Leave your ideas in the comments section. Like if you support Caitlin, and remember to subscribe for more fearless, unfiltered sports news. We will continue to follow this story till the very end.